Strange, isn't it, with the ex-royals known as Harry and Meghan? It must be difficult because you've departed, you've left that life that allegedly you didn't necessarily want to be part of, even though they've changed their tunes a few times, of course, and said they weren't looking for privacy, they just wanted to offer a life of service thousands of miles away. But seemingly they still want some kind of part of it, in particular Prince Harry. Now, as we know, Meghan's not overly keen on being over here in the United Kingdom. She's savvy enough to know that the British public really find her quite tiresome. The endless sort of mistruths, the secret wedding, the fire in South Africa, just strange things that have, suddenly come out of her mouth that really cannot be backed up with any credible source. But now, as the coronation edges a little bit sort of closer, Prince Harry really has put out this particular comment once again, saying he's more than willing for this to be considered by His Majesty the King. But will Charles give in to his youngest son? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. We're outside the Queen's Gallery in London today. It's an amazing place, in fact. But a lot of people come down here because the shop is so it's just beautifully stored. If you've got a few spare, pounds, there is some wonderful things in there. But it's part of the Royal Collection Trust. So a lot of it goes to many of the good causes. It's a wonderful place, as I say. The Queen's Gallery itself, do come down if you get the opportunity and have a look around. My advice would be to get the day ticket when, of course, Buckingham Palace is also open, because you get both. It's a double whammy. Far better value. You know me for bargains, don't you? Back as ever, though, to your breaking roll story of the day. Close now. You can understand, really, when you think about it, if you're Harry and Meghan. You've kicked off, you claim you not come, you might come, but you want some kind of role. And they know by returning back, as they saw with the Platinum Jubilee, they were very much left out in the cold, and rightly so. Many people might say there was a lot of booing at that particular event, a little bit more, shall we say, recourse at the late funeral of our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. Did you see Harry himself still hankers after some kind of connection within the British monarchy? Thinks, in his belief, if you watch those interviews with the likes of, Tom Bradbury, Anderson Cooper, the rest, he still believes in his mind he can offer something. And we mentioned this a couple of months ago now, because it was something that people disputed and said this wasn't the case, but it truly is. You see, after the coronation on May the 6th, there's the big concert the day after in Windsor on May the 7th. This is the concert that allegedly stars are too busy to attend. No great shakes anyway. We want real stars that can entertain a vast mixed crowd. It shouldn't be aimed, in my opinion, at all the young people, even though, the tickets are predominantly free. You get the picture. But now you see Harry and Meghan like the idea, genuinely, of being sort of mine hosts, at least coming on and introducing one or two of the acts. They believe that this is a great way of reconnecting back to the British public, showing that a lot of things are now, drawn a line under, and not necessarily being at the pivotal points of the coronation. Now, when you think about it, you could understand this might work, but it's a risky business, isn't it? There you are with this big pop concert with a very mixed audience, some liking you, some don't. You're on a stage, and if you then risk it by just a mammoth sort of arousing cheers or then boos when they come on, that could be problematic. But seemingly, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, close to the ex-royals, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, is something that they're prepared to risk, because they believe, as I've told you many times before, that it's the media that have painted them out to be unpopular, disliked, and of course flopping in the polls. They believe by getting in front of real people, an audience, this will prove once and for all on live international television that they are truly welcome back. As ever, it's a developing story, and when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean, Queen's Gallery, London.